Well, by now, the expectations for the semester have been laid out plain and clear for students. One topic that may need revisiting, however, is the implementation of artificial intelligence. Some argue it can be helpful in school, while others say the tool discourages critical thinking. Nancy Chen explains how AI is shaping up in the classroom.
I put 2 books in there, and it puts it into a podcast. And it's literally 13 minutes of information about the Boston Tea Party.
Jerome Ong uses AI tools every week in his 5th grade Ridgewood, New Jersey classroom.
You have to find what works for your students.
Has it changed the way you approach teaching?
Absolutely. They're reading a book and ultimately listening to it at the same time. So when I play the audio.
Have you ever heard of a party where, like, the main event was chucking something super valuable right into the water?
Ong says he teaches what AI is and where it falls short.
Like if you keep at it and say, no, you're wrong, eventually AI will say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. And doing that with your class can show you that AI isn't really as smart as you think it is.
It almost sounds like you're teaching AI literacy in all of this too.
Right.
Artificial intelligence is top of mind in most fields, and many educators have been teaching themselves how to use it. But this summer, Microsoft, OpenAI, and Anthropic announced a first-of-its-kind plan to train hundreds of thousands of members of the American Federation of Teachers, or AFT, the nation's second-largest teachers union.
What really drew you to this partnership?
I think if we're going to make AI work for students, for kids, we need to listen to teachers.
Microsoft President Brad Smith.
It can, I think, change the way teachers work in ways that empower teachers, gives them more information, makes it easier in terms of preparing for classes, thinking about how to put together lesson plans.
In one recent survey, teachers reported saving an average of nearly 6 hours a week with AI. But critics cite cheating concerns and Microsoft's own research, which showed a self-reported decline in critical thinking skills when AI was not used responsibly.
We have a huge opportunity to learn from the last 15 years in, say, social media. None of us appreciated what could go wrong. Let's go into an AI era with our eyes wide open.
This is a way to get profits.
Former high school teacher and AFT member Lois Weiner says teachers would be better served by more support within schools than by an alliance with Silicon Valley.
There is so much drudgery in the job, but the answer to that is to improve the conditions of teachers' work.
Does this do that?
Absolutely not.
How would you respond to those who say that education should be left to the teachers and not to tech companies?
I think education must be left to teachers. Those of us in the tech sector need to provide the tools and empower the school boards and districts and teachers so they decide how to put those tools in practice.
Ong says if AI is already here,
let's try to figure this out to help our kids continue to learn and grow.
The $23 million investment will go toward virtual and in-person trainings right here in New York City. The union's president said the connection between a teacher and their kids can never be replaced by new technologies. But if we learn how to set common sense guardrails, teaching and learning can be enhanced. Nancy Chen, CBS News, New York.
That's a good story, Tom. I feel like everybody uses like ChatGPT, AI these days. Well, I can't say everybody. Do you use AI a little bit?
I decline to answer that on the grounds it might incriminate me.
Yeah. But see, I use like AI and stuff for like, I hate to say it, but like cooking and like recipes and like, legal answers and things like that. Like, I think it's very helpful. But again, like they pointed out, it's kind of like a touchstone. You don't want to use it as it's fact. You do have to kind of be careful.
I've used it to help rework some paragraphs.
Yeah.
Does it sound grammatically correct?
Yeah.
It usually laughs at me and says, here, let me fix that for you.
It does do a good job of like kind of finessing something and making it sound a little better. But yeah, you got to be careful. And certainly, AI might be the future, but we're hoping that it doesn't replace a lot of things, because no one's like Tom Brannon and our weather crew, AI and stuff like that. These are the best here. Yeah, they're the best here. But it's certainly helpful. So yeah, that's a great story to have. So.